Hey guys, now on to round 4. The score is 2 wins, 1 loss so far, and my opponent, very surprised to actually have to face him because this guy's actually got 3 wins, and I figured he would be playing one of the other people with 3 wins at this stage, but just due to the way that the Swiss system works, the other people with 3 wins each were facing each other, and he had to headhunt down the next rank, so picked up me, and probably because I collected so many control points in the previous game. It's Mike Snook, and he is playing Crix. He's the top seed to win the tournament. A lot of the people I talked to actually mentioned how hard he was to beat in the practice games. He's playing eGaspy and eDeneghra, which are tier lists that pretty much have all the things that I'd want anyway. I played him round 1 of Rally Point and beat him, but that was because he wasn't really familiar with Chromac, and I felt he didn't really play the right way to really deal with Chromac, and left me an opportunity. Anyway, this is going to be the Gauntlet, so as you can see, there are little counters, white and black, marking out the 2 square control zones that we have to capture. Quite a lot of linear obstacles in the middle of the table. I'm not too sure whether that will advantage me or him, probably him because he's got Ghostly on all of his Bane Knights. But this is him going first because I lost the roll for the first turn, unfortunately. So let's get straight into it. Both armies very heavy on combat infantry and just deploying straight down. Next image, looking at Mike's army, he has got a lot of Bane Knights, and I'm thinking that if he feats on his second turn, he may, destroy a lot of my Doom Reavers, and then when I counterattack him, he'll have a lot left for the Vengeance, and then hitting me after that, so it could be quite a hard game, but I'll be paying close attention to what he does with Epic Denny for the first 3 turns. Next image, here's his first turn, moving out, spreading out quite a lot, and he's got 2 machine wraiths to either side. Luckily I don't really have to worry about the machine wraiths too much because I've just got 2 Juggernauts right in the centre of the table, so I don't think he'll reach me with them straight away, especially with so many Doom Reavers screening them. But, late game, if it comes to a close one, those could be real problems. Next image, my turn 1, I've had to be quite cagey here, moving forward, and the front wave of Doom Reavers just screening in such a way that I'm letting him get a few of them in charge range. What I'm expecting him to do is to charge me and kill about maybe 8 Doom Reavers in his first turn, and then feat, catching most of my army. At that point, I'll really just have to do what I can. I've got Fenris a fair way back, so Fenris can come in and do some damage at that point. But it'll be his turn number 3 which will hurt me the most, because he will then charge me again, wipe out even more guys, and I'll be left with just a very back row of Doom Reavers and eButcher. But by the time that happens, I should hopefully be able to use eButcher in the back line of Doom Reavers to move in, feat, and really level it up. And if I can kill anything that is in range of actually assassinating eButcher, eButcher on his own should be able to grind down in those scenario zones. Next photo, Bane Knights charge in with Ghostly. Unfortunately, I can't free strike them, so he's doing a lot of damage here right off the bat, knocking a couple of them down, but generally wiping out several of them on this flank. Going to the next photo in the center, he moves up, and surprisingly, he doesn't charge as many as I thought. He's actually keeping quite a lot of guys back, which indicates to me that he might not feat this turn, which would be a surprise. But killing the few guys that he does charge, and just keeping his Bane Knights really, really spread out, and I think he wants to take more advantage of Vengeance, to be honest. Next photo, Epic Deneghra moving over, camping quite a lot of focus here, and much to my surprise, not using her feat. And I checked with him, I said to him, look, you want to use your feat? And he said no. So obviously his strategy is different this game than what I expected. He's planning on feeding turn 3 after I've moved in and attacked his front lines, but I'm not too sure if he's aware of quite how powerful my feat turn will be in this situation. Going to the next photo, what have we got here? Gosh, I think I missed out a few different images, but there was one point where I moved in with Fenris, and this is my feat turn with eButcher. eButcher moves up and kills 3 guys to make sure he's killed his mandatory quota of 3 guys a turn. Feated, moved my Doom Reavers forward and killed almost all of his Bane Knights. And then Fenris ran up and then did his feat, Rage Token attack on Nightmare, and rolled 4 6s. and that black dice shows column 3. So that's Fenris boosting a Weapon Master attack, rolling 4 6s on Nightmare. And up until this point, the game looked fairly close, but after that, when he lost his Cortex and arm on that jack, it was like, wow, I have totally trumped this guy, and I think he'll be hitting himself for not feeding a turn earlier, because that was devastating. So going to the next photo, here's the wind-up. This is the end of my feat turn. I've actually used the feat to bring the 2 Juggernauts back into base-to-base in front of Butcher so he can't be attacked directly. Fenris has actually engaged eDeneghra as well as the Nightmare and crippled it. The Doom Reavers have just swept through the battlefield, wiping out heaps of Bane Knights. Sorry, Bane Thralls. No, I do mean Bane Knights, sorry. The Vengeance will be annoying, but there's just so few of them left, it won't make any difference. Going to the next image, here's a more of a zoomed out photo. I've still got heaps of Doom Reavers left in the field. He's got, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Bane Knights, I believe. He's failed a command check on one of his Warwitch solos on the left-hand side. The Vengeance moves up and kills a couple of guys, and passing, every 3rd or 4th tough roll. So things looking really good. Next image, Fenris even surviving and passing a tough roll when he's surrounded by Bane Knights and eDeneghra herself. So that was quite funny, and of course the Nightmare there just trying to turn around and do some damage, but he's got no Cortex, so he's got no focus at this point, and his prey target is one of the units of Doom Reavers. Next image, eDeneghra going incorporeal, moving right through over here and attacking my Juggernaut, boosting damage and teleporting him way away from the other side of the field, and actually she decides to pop her feet here as well. Next image, this is Epic Butcher. He's corroded, the War Dog's corroded. Epic Butcher rolls, I think, no, he's got 3 there just to show, I think, the number of kills he had last turn, I don't know. But at any rate, Epic Butcher basically is on 7 focus here, and I think in my following turn I actually used his gun. That's right, I mean, what a wacky scenario. Denny's 4 inches away from him, nobody in the army can move, and he pulls his gun out and says, "Fuck you," bam. Don't even bother boosting the shot. She's not worth that respect. I mean, I'm on 7 focus at this point, so I don't really want to give him a chance to win, but that was hilarious. Next image, Doom Reavers fighting against Bane Knights. He's still got a few of them left, but this is the best he can do with the rest of his turn coming in here. So with all of my guys that I got left, I should easily be able to wipe them out and then box in eDeneghra in my turn after the feed has been lifted. So next image, there's Epic Butcher there, 7 focus on him, does fire the gun. Basically, I just sit around with not many of my guys moving at all, and because he's got nobody that can put damage on Epic Butcher, that's pretty much it. If you go to the next photo, Deneghra actually moves over here, and my opponent, again, didn't even realize that he doesn't have a back arc, and still stays in combat with Epic Butcher. Goes over here to try and take out the dog, or whatever he's trying to do here, and, that's it. There's even one more photo of Butcher swinging around and actually cutting her head off, so pretty hilarious game. Great matchup for me and my opponent, although he had a shot at it, didn't succeed. He told me after the game that the reason for some of his moves was that he was actually trying to teleport my guys out of the Gauntlet zone and get a point. But even that, I can't understand why that would be a strategy, because he needs 2 points to win, and it's quite hard for him to get all of the stuff out of the zone for 2 turns in a row. Because he can't teleport both Jacks and Butcher out with eDeneghra. It's just not possible. They're just too heavily armored. So, and they were spread out anyway. So I didn't know really what was going to happen there. But anyway, really keen to have beaten the top seed here and actually go into the second day with 3 wins, 1 loss. And I'm at the top of the tables now, and the matchups are actually looking quite good for me. So really optimistic about day 2, but we'll find out how it goes in the next game. See you then.